Well, folks, thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. We are playing some more Marvel Heroes, and as you can see, we're playing as Moon Knight. And as promised, we're going up from level 59 up to level 60 here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got for him here. We've got a few items, actually. We got a unique gun there, some unique boots, a cloak of invisibility that actually is good for a bunch of different heroes, but we're using it for Moon Knight, obviously, because, well, we didn't find any specific items for that slot. Here we got some nice armor here, and of course our gauntlets. We have a pretty good core that we found a while back, and added that, which gives us damage rating on melee powers and damage rating on melee powers, some health regen, some special item find. All in all, pretty good. You can see a couple of our grades there, our attack speed, which really comes into play with this character as we show what's going on here, because you can see one of our bonuses here on our gauntlets is attack speed. Let's see what else we have. Some move speed there. And this item was really good. It gives us 5 ranks to all of our Crescent Crusader powers. Again, we're going to be doing this, are we? Oh my gosh, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Leave me alone. I'm trying to talk, people. Ugh, I hate when they do this. Anywho, some artifacts here, mostly dealing with ranged powers or melee powers, as you can see. We did get a living laser medallion, about level 50, 52, 53, 54, somewhere in that range, which gives us some extra spirit when defeating an enemy, some bonus spirit, and 2 ranks to all of our powers. We did get a patrol badge here for some extra movement speed. Really started focusing in on that stuff. Oh my gosh, seriously. Leave me alone. Well, I guess we'll show you some of our powers. So, our basic attack is just hit something in front of us with our staff. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. And you can see we do it actually pretty quickly because of our bonuses we got going on with our attack speed and such. Next power is a little roll forward here. And so we can roll forward. The next power here is our crescent launchers, which is actually a really kind of an interesting power here. So you look at some things going on with him. You can see how fast he actually uses these and shoots them out pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. You can see their health go down pretty fast here with this. That's why I've been kind of focusing in on attack speed and movement speed, because of the fact that this power is one of the few powers that I actually enjoy on this character. For some reason, just a lot of his powers just don't really thrill me as much as I thought they were going to. This one does, though. Let's take a look at his powers here. So that's the crescent launchers, and you can see it does some pretty good rate of fire there with all of our bonuses and such. We're up to 9.4 per second. Doesn't do a lot of damage, only 5 to 8,000, but you're shooting out 9 of them basically per second. So you got to multiply 5 times 9. That's 45,000 if you hit all the enemies with your attacks. So that's why I've been focusing in on attack speed. Our signature powers is Gruesome Frenzy, which is kind of cool. You're basically attacking. The problem with this power that I've run into is you got to attack 14 times in 7 seconds, and a lot of times if you're not using it on a boss or something, the enemy will die. Then you got to try to find another enemy within that time frame of 7 seconds that you want to hit with it. And a lot of other times your bosses and such will teleport away or move away or something when you go to use your big finishing move. So a lot of times you end up missing that because you're trying to rush through it so fast. We also have the tools of Vengeance, which is a gift. It gives us basically all of our powers cost 0 spirit for a certain time there. Our spirit goes to 0 though. So it kind of gives us a bonus there for a little while. We'll go ahead and activate our Gruesome Frenzy here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we punch. See, now I gotta find another guy to continue punching. Now I gotta find another one. Up, see, and he died before I ended up using my big boy power. Or my finishing move on it, I guess, is a better way to put it. So now I have to let it charge up. Good thing it only has about I think a 30-second cooldown on that, so that's pretty good.
Who needs a beat down?
Our last power is this little sap over our head power, which is really nice. It's like the only area effect power that we even have, which is the staff sweep. And our last power we unlocked at level 47 is the statue of Khonshu, which gives us a little area, and as long as we're inside that area we gain some health and spirit whenever we hit an enemy. Gives us a better damage rating, etc. Does have like a 40-second cooldown. He does have this multiple personality traits, but you never get to see which ones are active. They never pop in here, so it's hard to tell when any of these are really giving you a bonus. But we do have some points into it. What else do we have here? A couple of passive powers here. Give us some extra damage rating. Critical and brutal strike damage. So I like to use my staff whenever I have multiple enemies around. You can see it does pretty good damage with all our enemies. And can take out quite a few of them, which is pretty nice. If we look at our stats here, defense is only 6,479. I think that's a little low compared to some of the others, and it does make sense because his health takes a beating. It's constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down. In fact, we've got a couple items here that actually, this one here, become invisible for 5 seconds when our health drops below 40%. And I think we actually have another one somewhere that, maybe it's an artifact here, I forget. It gives us a bonus when our health drops. So he does melee and he does ranged pretty well. Little combination of both. You can focus just on ranged, you can focus just on melee, or you can use a combination of both. I decided to go with a combination of both because there's a couple items here that you can use and actually help you with that. So you can see here the Idol of Khonshu, which, you know, obviously we have to give to Moon Knight because, well, it's the Idol of Khonshu. When you use a ranged power, your next melee power has 942 damage rating, plus it gives us +1 rank to all of our powers. This one here is, deals with dealing extra melee damage. And there we are, level 60 just like that, folks. Look at that, that's awesome. And we'll take this, we need these Eternity Splitters. I'll show you why here in a minute. We're done taking these guys out. Alright, thank you. So he does some pretty good range. He does some pretty good melee. I use a little combination of both. These are basically blessings and different bonuses. He's got these tools, the Tool of Vengeance and Tool of Avatar of Vengeance and the Tools of Vengeance. This one here, if you use this one, you can't use this one, and if you use this one, you can't use this one. So you have to choose one or the other. This one here basically drops our spirit down to 0. None of our spirits cost anything for 8 seconds. So what I like to do is activate this if I'm, if I've used up all my spirit. Activate this and it gives me another 8 seconds to play with my powers, which is kind of cool. He does have the little fly ability, obviously, as you can see, so he can fly around, which is always a bonus when you're trying to get around the map. And you can see the little staff. Actually, it's not very big area around him that he damages, but it seems to do a pretty good job of taking out a few enemies at once. A little bit easier than trying to, take out multiple enemies with the staff than trying to take them out with your gun like this. Alright, they're dead. Good. You can see how fast we can target multiple guys with this gun, which is really nice. Yeah, I love how you just charged around that tree, buddy. That was really cool. Groups of enemy. Yep, that's nice. Take the guy out. That's good. So you see our spirit, we'll just hold it down for a few more seconds. Our spirit runs dry here. You notice it'll stop. And then what are we going to do? Oh, we just activate this. Boom. And our spirit drops to 0. It gives us 8 seconds where we can just continue. All of our powers cost no spirit at that point. And then we just have to let our spirit charge up. So it's kind of a, okay, well, what am I going to do? I don't have any spirit. Well, I can just activate that power, which is really nice little thing to have in your back pocket whenever you need it. But really, to tell you the truth, I haven't used that power very much recently. With all the bonuses that I'm getting with all our different equipment now, I would say about the first 40, 45, 50 levels, it was a problem with spirit. But now, actually, with the items we picked up, one of these gives us some extra spirit here, I believe. Yeah, that one gives us 66 spirit. This one here gives us 54 spirit. So you can see we've got quite a few bonuses. Oh, don't forget our laser is giving us 85 spirit. So with all those bonuses, we ended up getting back up to 463. Pretty respectable, actually. And the thing with that Idol of Khonshu is, you know, we can actually activate that, which we'll do, and basically you can see every time we hit an enemy, we get 3 spirit back. So it's kind of gives us spirit as well. So I'm not sure why you had to wait till level 47 to get that. It would have been much better to get that earlier, but you know, oh well. So activate our idol. There it is. And now you'll see our spirit won't drop nearly as fast. Hopefully, anyways. You see we're all the way back up to max spirit there, and then coming back down, and there goes our aura there. The reason I flop around, do that little roll every once in a while is, I'll show you guys here in just a second. Let's pick out these guys here. We actually have one of our items here. Let's see if I can find it here.
Fire at will.
I'm not sure. I don't see the power I was looking for. Anyways, let's go look at our... Ooh, let's grab these bubbles. Let's go look at our ultimate power really quickly, which is really nice. It's one of his saving graces, is this ultimate power. You'll see a little moon ship come in, and you see this big aura? It does massive amounts of damage for about 20 seconds in that aura. You see little missiles coming down, you can see little bullets hitting the ground, you can see all kinds of things. So you have to really plan well where you want to put that item, or that attack, because if the enemies obviously move out of that zone, it's not going to be any good. So, but it seems to do a pretty good job of damaging the enemies. Now we'll see about using our signature power. At that time we got a finishing blow on Sabretooth. Fortunately, you kind of learn which heroes to target with it, because let's get our idol out here so we can get some extra spirit. There we go. Alright. Checking out that guy.
look worse than my cat's last
And we're after Magneto here, I think. Got 4 more seconds before we get our signature power. And hopefully we can start using it. Oh, he goes down. Let's save it. See if we can use the rest of it on the blob. Yep. Okay, we got it. That time, fortunately, but a lot of times it doesn't work out quite that easily. All right. There we go. Finish them guys off. So yeah, I really like the
Next
little
time you think world
moon ship that comes flying overhead and leaves a big shadow down below. Here's some attack speed. So yeah, if we look at our powers, actually, I've actually changed from in the Omega system what we were doing from before. Before we were concentrating on, let's see if I can remember, it was this here, the neutralizer, the limitless power, and then the multiple personality indexing. Wasn't working out as well as I was hoping, so I put points into getting more spirits. That gives us some more spirit there. And then of course our attack speed and movement speed, so kind of up this chain again. Like I said, that kind of really helps with all of his other powers, giving some attack speed and movement speed. He was so slow in the beginning. I really just trying to move around, just trying to get around. Fortunately he flew. I'm not sure why nobody's helping this person out. Oh, somebody already did. So you can see just being able to attack really fast. Oop, I did not mean to activate that power, but we'll go ahead and do it anyways. I got my fingers on the wrong key. That's why I did that. So we got about 8 seconds, and then we just have to use our basic attack until our spirit regens, which we've got a pretty good spirit regen because you can see it just flies back up. So use a little twirl over our heads. Yep, he's got a pretty good combo between the melee, switching between melee and then doing some ranged. Use some melee and then attack ranged. Use a little melee and then do some ranged attack. So in the beginning I mentioned about how just wasn't very thrilled about his powers, but I guess it's not really that I'm not thrilled about his powers. I mean, there's some pretty good ones. It's just, I don't know, he just doesn't seem to play as fluently as some of the other characters, I guess. It just seems like, you know, with his signature, get that Omega, thank you. His, you know, his only area of attack is very small, which is kind of bad. And of course, it takes spirit every second. That's, I believe, well, he has one other area attack, but it's worse than this one is. It's basically just in front of him is the area he attacks. His signature power is really hard to perform 14 attacks in that time frame, unless, like I said, unless you're dealing with bosses and such. Let's go after the bosses here. See if we can get over here before a bunch of enemies. So I'll show you the signature power again. That's not it. Here we go. Hit it. There we go. I think we ended up getting that one off. A lot of times you end up missing, or, you know, like Hood there teleports. Fortunately, Electro doesn't do much teleporting, so you can focus in on him, but get our idol out there so we can keep our spirit regen going. Graphically, you know, some of his powers, it's just hard to see the twirl. I'm using the twirl above my head. You can see that when a lot of the other powers activated in the same area, you don't see the staff power. So it's really hard to know if you've been dazed or stunned. So you need to reactivate that power or not. So that's what I meant about is sometimes He's got some interesting powers, I guess. It's just, I gotta use my, there we go. Big dive on them that time. Big dive.
You've got sloppy.
By the goddess, that felt good.
Yes, it felt good. Yeah, and as far as items go, we've got this item here we found just recently, actually level 58. But you can see it's barely, if any, better than the other one. It does a little better damage rating. Let's see, we go from 1981 to 2137, so a little bit better rating on that. And it does give us better attack speed, so but only a 4% chance to crit to cause a devastating blow. We got some new boots. Let's see if they're any better. Less spirit, less rare item fine, less special item fine. And less defensive rating. So the only thing that's better is the movement speed out of combat, which I don't really care about, and a little bit of health, so probably not as good. We do have a new one of these, but it's the same level as the other one. Let's see here, and that only gives us 3 ranks, so that's not as good. And some armor there that's not as good as the other one as well. So, and these are the only extra items. You can see I'm still carrying around some of the items from the last couple characters we were playing, which is Nightcrawler and Squirrel Girl. Hopefully you've been able to watch these videos. I was hoping to turn in these items for a pet, if we got ourselves a new pet, but we haven't been able to do that. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with these items yet. I don't have any room to store any extra items. And we got Moon Knight up to level 60. Now, with that said, we've run into a little bit of an issue, which I think is actually a good issue, because we keep trying to get all of our characters up to level 60. And we got another one, which is Moon Knight up to level 60, and that should leave us with 5 left. But unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for us, they have just released another new character. Last week it was Magneto that they released, and now they have released X-23 as a playable hero, as you can see. So we're still up to 6 characters, because Luke Cage plus the 5 that I don't currently own. And the reason Luke Cage is up here is because he's a basic character, and you can now play all the basic characters up to level 10. So definitely get to try that out. So that's why he shows here as 1 out of 10, because I don't currently own him. So with Luke Cage plus the 2, 4, 5 that I don't own, that brings us back up to 6 because of Magneto and X-23. So as soon as we get a character done, they release another hero, and it puts us back up to having another hero to do, which, like I said, is a good thing, but it's a bad thing, because I mean, I'm trying to get as many done of all the heroes as I can, which means we now need another hero, which is one of our issues, because we only have 582 Eternity Splitters, because we kept having to buy new heroes with our Eternity Splitters. The other problem that runs into is Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Rogue are all 600 Eternity Splitters, so we can't obviously afford any one of these guys. Magneto and X-23 and Luke Cage, I believe, are all 400s. Let's look at our vendor here. X-23. Oh, X-23 is actually only 200. She must be a basic character as well. Is that true? Okay, well, interesting enough, Luke Cage is a basic character and he costs 400, so I'm not sure why she only costs 200. Well, maybe we'll just have to go with her then. And Try to save up some Eternity Splitters to get one of the other guys. We could wait until we get 600 and get one of the 600 guys. Deadpool, or let's make sure they haven't changed any years. Yeah, Deadpool, Doctor Strange. Oh, look, they've now color-coded them, I think. Iron Man is normally 600. Who is the other 600? Oh, yeah, Rogue, 600. Oh, Spider-Man's now a 600. Good thing I got him a long time ago when he wasn't 600. And, of course, Luke Cage is a 400. I'm not sure why he's a 400, but okay, whatever. Well, I think maybe we'll just get X-23. I didn't realize she was only a 200. So for 200, I'll definitely spend 200 on a hero. Sure. We've unlocked another hero. So be sure to watch for the X-23 videos to come soon. Let's look at what it says here. Cloned by Wolverine's DNA and raised in a lab. Laura Kinney was trained from birth to use her claws, enhanced senses, and innocent appearance to become the perfect assassin. Escaping the captivity of the lab, Laura lived on the street until being taken in by the X-Men. Emotionally stunned, she was slowly coming to grips with her murderous past while trying to be a better human in the present. It's a hard path for Laura, who struggles to control her savage nature. Yeah, all sounds good. Well, that's a look at Moon Knight and all of his awesomeness. Like I said, probably he ended up being one of my favorites. He's probably not as bad now as he was for about the first 45 levels. He was so slow, his attack speed was awful.
You for being fantastic.
His voice is pretty good. Some of the comments he has is not bad. The fact that you can play him melee and ranged is good. The fact that he's got some kind of unique little setup is also good. The statue is nice. The ability to choose one or the other of these and basically how you want to build your character. The choice for multiple ways to do ranged attacks. We haven't even talked about some of the other ones, the tripwire bolas, the crescent fans. I think I was using those before. Lots of different melee kind of attacks with the ricochet pole that he throws out. The nunchuck bulldozer, which I wasn't too thrilled about, but you know, maybe you'll enjoy that if you're playing. The signature power is a little hard to pull off, and like I mentioned, graphically sometimes it's hard to see some of his powers activating, especially when you're trying to activate your signature power and you're trying to hit it 14 times in 7 seconds. It's hard to know, you know. I wish there was a way to determine. Okay. Oh yes, the other thing I was telling you. These powers here, you can't actually activate these unless your bar's all the way up. So you do need to do that first as well. So lots of things to mini-max with him, but he's about a 5 out of 10, I would say. Not the best, not the worst. Kind of interesting. His items definitely seem to be pretty interesting as well. He's got lots of ones that give you different kinds of bonuses here with the devastating blow there, the ability to instill fear, some extra bonuses to durability, strength. Let's see, this one is his as well. Take less damage from area powers, movement speed out of combat, etc., etc. Not too bad though. Well, hopefully you enjoyed our look at Moon Knight, but be sure to look for X-23 videos to come shortly. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.